Howdy guys and gals, I'm Kyle Broderick. Welcome back to the Social Regressive, and we are taking a look at the Scout AR that I have been working on in the last few videos. You probably just saw the one, I just released it a few minutes before this one, where I showed how, putting it all together and what the final result is. I'm extremely pleased with this, even though I haven't taken shot one. As long as this gun is accurate, I am just pleased as punch. Balance is excellent, feel is great. All the parts should be just perfect, and we'll just see how the function tests go in a little bit. But before we can get to that, we do need some kind of sighting system to see if this gun is actually accurate. And one of the big ones, I'm going to be testing all kinds of different sights on this. I want to be testing iron sights, hopefully 2 different types. There's an Ultradyne, and I'm working on Diamond Head to try to get one of theirs. We're going to be testing different optics as well, like a reflex sight. We're going to do a red dot, both at a rearward mounted position and more of a forward mounted position. And then we have 2 different scopes. We're going to do a rearward mounted low power variable optic. And then we're also going to be testing this pistol scope, which is designed, really a scout rifle, as Jeff Cooper described it, had more of a forward-mounted scope, so you can get more of a wide field of view around the scope image, rather than so much, a really wide view through it. So yeah, it would sit roughly right about out here on the handguard, rather than back here where it usually is. And before I had this kind of mounted up in these Weaver rings, which are really nice. I like the Weavers. These are 1-inchers right here, extra high. They were not quite high enough though, and so I mentioned that we really need a new mount, and I have one coming in that's I'm really excited about. Well, it just came in. Well, here it is. This is a care package that was sent by Warne, and in here we have one of their multi-tip range tools. This has your standard tools you're going to need out there. Allen keys, Phillips screwdriver. I think there's a regular screwdriver in there somewhere. And then it has Torx as well, just in case something should come loose. But this is the big deal right here. This is the Warne XSKEL mount. This is a one-piece mount, and this one is brand new. This is not actually out on the market yet. I think they were going to announce this at SHOT Show, but they sent one of these along to me first, so I'm going to try to scoop everybody because this thing looks amazing. As soon as I heard that they did it, I was like, yes, I want one. This is a 1-inch mount, so this will hold a 1-inch scope like we have right back here. And I've shown some of the XSKEL mounts before on the CMMG Mark III DTR2, which is now the Endeavor 300 series. That's the rifle that we actually took out and made impacts at a mile with 6.5 Creedmoor. Great gun, great mount on that. And that one has 20 MOA of elevation built into it. And then we've also tested, we tested a 34, we've tested a 30, and now this 1-incher right here is QD. This is brand new for them. I am so excited. I love QD rings. Pardon me a second. I love QD rings. I love QD mounts, and there are just not enough of them on the market right now. Because there are plenty of times where you're shooting, especially a gun like this, and you want to be able to just quickly remove this thing, get it out of there. You don't want to have special tools to get it off your rifle. And this is going to get the job done. And look how beautiful it is. Look at that color. It's almost exactly the same as the flat dark earth that we have going here with the GrovTech sling, with the Amend 2 magazines and the ATI furniture. This is going to look so flippin' cool up here. Okay, but forget about the color for a second. They have a black one as well. And yeah, this right here, oh, it has little locks. That is so cool. So yeah, it looks like you can thumb tighten these nuts right here. Oh, and it ratchets. Oh my gosh, this thing is cool. I know I'm really geeking out right now and I sound silly, but this is fabulous. This is gonna be the coolest thing ever. I'm gonna need one of these on every AR style rifle I ever shoot again. But yeah, so here's what's gonna happen. We're going to, it looks like in order to get this attached, you just loosen up these little cams right here. And then, here, listen to this. You hear those clicks? That's these nuts turning all the way, turning each little tiny increment. So that's going to serve as an extra lock in case maybe things aren't as tight as they ought to be. If anything decides it wants to back out, it's not going to be able to, but you're not going to need any tools to set this up except getting the scope in here in the first place. So if you want to add a little bit of extra tension, then all you have to do is just dial it in a little bit, crank down, and you're going to have extra tension on your Picatinny rail. Oh man, that is sweet. And check this out. This does have round locks going through here, these lugs, these little stops right here, but they're actually shaved off. Let me get up close here real quick. They're shaved off on the front. That is a flat side. It has a flat front and a flat back. So this is not going to beat your rail to death. It's not going to peen your rail like the UTG ones did for me a while back. I loved those UTG rings, the QD ones, but they did damage some of my hardware, and I wasn't too pleased about that, just because, you know, it had that kind of rounded section. And this is flattened out. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. I have no idea what pricing is on this yet. I'll have to let you know when that comes out, and we'll probably do a full review on all the Warne mounts and other goodies that I've tested in the past. But this is quite lightweight. It's not going to be as lightweight as their kind of fixed model with the regular just nuts on here, just because you do have this extra hardware. You have a little bit extra steel. This feels like mostly aluminum through here, so you probably add an ounce or two. But I think it's going to be well worth it. This is going to be excellent in the field. If I have an issue, I can just pop this thing off, go to irons, or if I want to be able to change position on here, back and forth, yeah, this is going to get the job done. So yeah, that is the Warne XSKEL 1-inch quick detach, and I cannot wait to see how this performs here in the future. We're going to get out in the field and we're going to test this rifle in some kind of mixed distance and multiple target situations. I want a rifle that can hit pop-up targets at any kind of ranges. If I wander into a herd of hogs, like I have in the past actually, thankfully they were just little ones, but if we end up in a herd of hogs, I want to be able to deal with them right away, and this is going to get it done. Thanks a whole lot to Warne for sending this out. I can't wait to put it through its paces. Thank you to patrons of the Destructive Arts that are continuing to keep the lights on around here. Thank you Sportsman's Guide at the 338 Lapua Magnum level, and Peter at the 300 Win Mag level. And just thank you to everybody else that's watching these videos and, you know, giving comments and all kinds of stuff. You guys are awesome, and I'm going to try to continue to crank out good material, and I look forward to hearing from all of you. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe. Even if you didn't like this particular content, go ahead and subscribe. There's probably something coming that's more up your alley. Check out this playlist right here. This is going to have videos in a similar vein to what you just watched. These two videos we cherry-picked for you. And finally, the Social Regressive is on Patreon. So you can become a patron of the Destructive Arts and earn some goodies while helping us to provide high-quality videos just by kicking us a few bucks a month. Thanks a bunch for your patronage.